Hey, fourth graders. Today for reading, you're going to be looking back at the poem Firefly. So remember, the author's craft that you were focusing on yesterday was imagery. Imagery is the use of words to create a picture in our minds. It's one of the poet's most powerful tools. Imagery appeals to our senses. This is the main thing about poetry. When we read poetry, we're really trying to picture in our mind, or the author is trying to describe something that we can hear, we can smell, we can taste, we can feel, using our senses. So as you think about this poem that you read yesterday, how do the images and experiences created by the poem compare to your personal experiences with fireflies? Well, hopefully you're thinking of something about like how fireflies light up and how they create that sense of wonder and amazement because they produce their own light. And then which stanza of the poem creates the strongest experience in your mind? Well, it could be different for each person. Maybe you would say number 3, because it says, between crossed thumbs and shyly winking away, leaving the skin tingled with an alien, astringent insect smell. Because it's creating that imagery of what the night smells like and those insects slipping through your fingers. Now, the big idea for today, as you reread this poem, is that a poet may use imagery to draw a reader into an experience. The poet is trying to get you to feel like you are there that night, catching fireflies. So please reread page 647, this poem about fireflies. And then you are going to work on page 263. And on page 263, you are going to use sensory words. Identify the sensory phrases in Firefly. What words does the author use that talk about things you see, things you feel, and things you smell? Then you're going to create your own imagery poem. Think of a topic such as a birthday, a ball game, a vacation, or Christmas, and create a list of possible sensory words about your topic. List words under all 5 senses. So if we use Christmas as the example, think of the things you can see: the lights, the snow, the decorations, the presents, the meals, everything that looks different, even stores and everywhere you go looks different at Christmas time. Things you feel: the cold, the Christmas tree and the prickliness, lots of things you can feel, a fireplace. Smell, oh, there's lots of smells at Christmas time. I love my cinnamon scented candles and things like that. And then things you can taste, think of all those different foods we eat. Things you can hear, Christmas songs and Christmas bells and singing choirs, all kinds of things. So you pick a topic, fill in this chart about the sensory words, and then on the back of the page, you're going to write a brief description of your topic or of a personal experience that is related to your topic. Use your list of sensory words from the previous page. So you're basically going to write a paragraph about whatever you planned for on the previous page, like Christmas was my topic. And then you're going to create an illustration of the topic or experiments you wrote about. You're going to draw a picture that goes along with this little poem that you created in your paragraph above. Now, as you do spelling class today, almost done. Page 127, you've got your word study section, thinking about what these words mean. So the first section says, write the word that names the person. Then write the spelling word that completes each sentence and circle the letter of the meaning that matches the way the word's used in the sentence. And then write 2 spelling words that complete each sentence below.